So I had a job as an ice cream maker. I had to quit though. I just couldn't work the Sundays. Sundays.
Perfect.
Hello there broskies, the Turk Hassan back here again with something I want to do a little bit different today. I was going to do a normal review to both of these shoes, but you know what? Let's have a little conversation amongst us. If you didn't get that, you might do in a little bit. In this video, I just want to talk about what is actually New Balance's best shoe. Is it the one right behind me, the 2002R, the 550, or the 990 series? Well, without further ado, let's get the B-roll started. Now New Balance have defo stepped it up over the past couple of years because of their collabs and some of their new silhouettes, or sort of reimagined silhouettes you could say. In my opinion, they've taken the second spot away from Adidas. Now Nike's always going to be Nike, and I don't care what anyone says, even their QC can't take away that top spot. Even though they've not been around the longest, but they've just done business the right way. But that's a different topic and a whole different video. But New Balance for me are the next best. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and act like I was always into New Balance. I wasn't. I have always had my eyes on them though, and it's only the past 2 or 3 years where I've started to take notice. And the silhouette that kind of did it for me was the 327. It kind of just came out of nowhere and I was like, hold on, what is that? And some of the colorways that New Balance did release, I was like, you know what, gotta have a piece of that. And New Balance have always been known for that dad shoe look, that dad shoe vibe, and also comfort as well. And yes, some might argue that their staple shoes like the 990 series is a lot more than they should be. But put it this way, when it comes to New Balance, you defo get what you pay for. It's not like some other brands where you pay that premium price, but you don't get that quality. And to be fair, some other low-end budget silhouettes by New Balance are even top quality. You only sort of got that top tier quality from the Made in UK and Made in USA pairs. But recently, New Balance have sort of stepped it up there as well. Now New Balance might have to thank a lot of its collaborators in terms of bringing them into the limelight. And the two that sort of stand out more so than others are AOD and Joe Freshgoods. And yes, there are tons more, but personally, those are the two that stand out. But you know what? Comment down below and let me know exactly what your best collaboration is with New Balance. For me, it's got to be the AOD and 550. And without Teddy Santis bringing the 550 back to life, none of the GR pairs may have even surfaced. He definitely revived them from the archives and did something very special. Can't really say the same about the 650. And I've got to hold the 550s very highly on the list in terms of New Balance's best shoe, or even the most popular one. It's nowhere near as comfortable as the 990 series for example, but it's defo still popular. The 550 is sort of the Nike Dunk / Air Force One to the New Balance line. And it's just because it's such a wearable shoe and you can do so much in terms of the colorway. And that's exactly what New Balance have been doing over the past couple of years, and it's sort of getting a bit played out, but they're still doing it. And if you know me by now, when something comes too popular, I kind of steer away from it. But I'm still going to wear them, don't get me wrong. But in terms of buying new pairs, it's got to really stand out to get me a new one. Now talking about New Balance's best shoes, it will be very rude not to talk about the 990 series. Of course, the original being around for so long and still being very popular, that kind of speaks for itself. Of course, you got the version 1, version 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think the version 6 might be releasing this year. I wouldn't hold my breath though, but let's see. Out of all the 990 series, the version 3 just has that extra sauce. And it's all down to personal preference, there's no wrong or right answer. But the V3 for me is just the one that stands out. So we've spoken about the 327s, the 550s, the 990 series as well. Now, I think it's about time we talk about the ones right behind me. Now New Balance are so smart, honestly, they're really stepping it up. What they start to do when they're bringing out a new shoe, they do a collaboration first and then they introduce the GRs. I believe they're doing it with the 9060s now. But that silhouette though, it's not really for me. It might grow on me, there might be a nice colorway that I like or even a collaboration. But as it stands, just like Yaya, it's a no-go for me. Get it? The footballer from Arsenal. Where's he playing now? Oh, he had so much promise. But going back to the 2002 Rs, that is exactly what New Balance did. They introduced a couple collaborations to the silhouette, and then they started slowly rolling out the GRs. And I've got to say, some of the GR pairs have really stepped it up. They've introduced that sort of aged midsole alongside that more premium type suede to the upper. But nothing stands out more to me than the protection pack or refined future. And yes, that pack was a GR. The first batch is sort of way out of my budget in terms of the resale. I'm not really feeling it. The grey pair is what I really wanted initially. But then we had that second round to the protection pack. We had that vintage orange, the mirage grey, and I think that navy blue colourway as well. The blue colourway is clean, don't get me wrong, but the mirage grey, I just had to have these. And as of this moment, the resale is so low, it's near enough retail. And it's sort of how the sneaker game is going at the moment. It's very low in terms of resale. So if you do have the extra cash, now's the time to buy. But going back to the topic at hand, the 2002 Rs, I've got to rate them very highly on New Balance's best sneaker list. Now, even though I'm not sort of numbering this list, it's more of a conversation, but if I had to rank all of New Balance's best shoes, and I have done this before in more depth, so if you want to see that video, I'll link it up here somewhere and put a link down below in the description box. But of course, broskies, opinions change over time, and that's sort of where I'm at now. And I'm not going to sit here and talk about every single colorway, every single collaboration, because we'll be here until the cows come home. The top 5 shoes by New Balance that sort of stand out to me the most anyway. And number 5, it's got to be the 990 V1, because that's where it sort of started. And without that, who knows where New Balance would be now. And I don't own any pairs, but I can defo vouch for them. Next up is the only pair I do own out of the 990 series, and that's the V3. There's just something about the shape of the shoe, and of course how many different colorways that New Balance have brought out for it. And even though the comfort is more on the firmer side, it's defo one of the best by New Balance. And then I'll put the 992, because that one, it just has everything about it so perfectly. It's got that great dad shoe look, but at the same time it's so modern. And the amount of people I see wearing that shoe, it just speaks for itself. The comfort to that shoe, and the 990 series as well to be fair, is something very unique. Now the 550s I've got to put number 2, just because of how popular the shoe is and how many different colorways New Balance are bringing out. It just shows the demand is still there. Now it just misses out the top spot because the 2002R grabs it, and it's only because of how versatile that shoe is too. And I feel like the 2002Rs have really stepped it up in terms of the colorways, the collaborations, and the comfort is surprisingly good. And not only that, the price point, just like the 550s, is very budget friendly. Depending on where you're getting them from, they normally retail for about £100 to £120. And that's sort of excluding the collabs, but even then they're about £130, £140. So that's sort of why I've given the top 2 spots to those, just because of what they're doing at the moment, how popular they are, and of course in terms of all round bang for your buck, they're probably the best thing. But I know I'm probably going to hear about it in the comments by the New Balance gatekeepers and the New Balance fanboys, but you know, I'm willing to take it. Of course, this is all my opinion, and you will have your own. That's the beautiful thing about the game. You like what you like, and you don't like what you don't like. But now's your time to ring off in the comments and let me know what you love about New Balance, what you don't like, and also what you're looking forward to, and maybe what New Balance can improve. But anyways, broskies, I'm gonna love you and leave you there. It's been a nice chat, and it's been something different on the channel. I don't really do these sort of conversational talks. But of course, it's conversation amongst us. Hint, 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 hint. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And hold on. Hit me up on Instagram as well, because I'm most active over there. And until the next episode, take care.